Each year, the number of people taking out loans continues to grow. Here, for example, is what the household debt and credit report for the third quarter of 2024 looks like. Over the past 5 years, the total volume of loans has increased by nearly 30%. Why does this happen? It's very simple. People want to get what they desire here and now, without long waits, saving up, or limitations. And the easiest way to do this is, of course, by taking out a loan. According to data from the company itself, the main reasons for taking out loans were car purchases and repairs, medical bills, unexpected expenses, vacations, and more. The easy availability of loans leads people to accumulate debt, and it gets worse. They start taking out new loans to pay off the old ones. Naturally, when it comes time to repay these debts, people experience immense stress. This is especially true when monthly payments are due, and there's not enough money to cover them. Now, I'm going to tell you about a simple and effective method that will help you quickly get rid of your debts and stop being a perpetual bank debtor. And the best part, you won't need to increase your current monthly payment or look for extra money. This method is called the Snowball method. It's perfect for you if you have more than one loan. So, what's the idea? When you have multiple loans, you usually try to pay off the one with the highest interest rate or the largest balance first. That seems logical. But let's take a look at a different approach. The main idea of the Snowball method for paying off loans is to start by paying off the smallest loan balances first. Let me explain this in detail. I'll note right away that I didn't invent this method, but it's so simple and effective that I just have to share it with you. Its biggest advantage is that your total monthly loan payments stay the same. You don't need to find any extra money. Let's first go over the main steps of this method, and then we'll move on to the numbers. Step 1. Make a complete list of all your loans, starting with the smallest ones, like installment plans for 3 to 4 payments on a small gadget, and ending with the largest ones, like a mortgage. Here's the key point. We're not concerned with the interest rate. What matters is the total outstanding balance at the moment and the amount of the minimum monthly payment. Organize this list in ascending order of the total debt balance, not the payment amount. The easiest way to do this is in Excel. Step 2. Take the smallest debt on your list and pay it off as quickly as possible. If you have a large loan, like a mortgage, and you usually pay slightly more than the minimum payment, temporarily redirect that extra payment toward this smallest loan. Additionally, use any spare money you have to pay off this smallest debt. Where can you find extra money if your budget is already tight? You can check out my video on simple ways to earn money online. The link is now showing in the top right corner of the screen. You can also pick up a side job, sell some old items you no longer use, or explore other similar options. The key is not to spend this money on yet another unnecessary item. Direct it toward paying off that small debt. Meanwhile, continue making the minimum payments on all your other loans. Once you've paid off the smallest debt, move on to the next debt on your list. Here's the crucial detail that makes this method work. The money you were previously using to pay off the first, smallest loan gets added to the payment for the second loan. Then, when the second loan is paid off, the money you were spending on payments for both the first and second loans is added to the payment for the third loan. Repeat this process until all your debts are paid off. What's the idea? The total amount of your loan payments doesn't increase. You're simply reallocating those payments more effectively. As a result, your payments toward the principal balance of your debt grow like a snowball. But it's important to note, this growth applies to the principal amount, not the interest. Gradually moving from paying off the smallest debt to the largest, your payment for the biggest debt, in my example the mortgage, will eventually reach $3,250. This will significantly speed up its repayment. And remember, the total monthly payment amount hasn't changed at all. The mortgage term, which might have originally taken you 30 years to pay off, can now be reduced to 15 to 17 years. Additionally, there's an important psychological benefit to this system. As you reduce the number of your debts, managing them becomes much easier and less stressful. For most people, handling 5 loans at once is far more stressful and uncomfortable than managing just 1 or 2 loans for the same total amount. Leave a comment on the video. How many open loans do you currently have, and do you plan to use the Snowball method to pay them off? Let's say you used the Snowball method and reduced your open loans to just 1. Let's assume it's a mortgage with a 5% annual interest rate. Now, you've come into some extra money, like a year-end bonus from your job. What's the smartest move? Use the money to pay down your mortgage or invest it elsewhere? The answer is simple. If you have the opportunity to invest these funds in an asset with a higher return and, most importantly, with similar risk levels, then it's better to invest rather than put the money toward your mortgage payment. Here's an example, and a quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice, just an example. Any investment decisions you make are at your own risk. So, let's say you have the opportunity to invest in government bonds with a 7% annual return. This means your net gain with this approach would be 2%. However, if the return on your investment were roughly equal to the interest rate on your loan, it would make more sense to pay off the loan. Those are my thoughts on early loan repayment. What do you think about this? Share your opinion in the comments.